Is it time for victims to sue Logan Paul? With the promises to his victims not being honored almost a year 240 days after the investigation, revealing Logan Paul as a scammer, there should be ample reason to believe that he never intended to pay them back. He did admit to basically not knowing what he was doing, but also that he was giving financial advice to his followers, and is solely responsible for their financial damages, while admitting to having profited off the scheme. A case would be super easy to bring as the defendant would already be on video admitting to the main charges and taking responsibility for them. All that's needed is a judge to uphold the promises he never has himself. Is this more of a situation where there's not enough losses for individual investors for it not to make sense? Or are lawsuits perhaps already in the making? If his victims were smart enough to sue, they wouldn't be his victims. This is where the SEC should be doing their goddamn jobs. Instead, they are sitting around having a pissing contest internally. Logan Paul wants to throw $1 million for a bet and pay $6 million for a Pokemon card and among countless other things, but can't pay back the victims of Crypto Zoo? What a psychopath. While I think Logan Paul should be held accountable, so should the people who fell for anything he was shilling. He's got a good legal team and an ignorant fanbase, as well as the SEC not focusing on cases liquor this. It's probably going to be forgotten in a while and he'll launch his next project after. If someone actually lost significant money investing in a Logan Paul crypto project, then it surely won't be the last time these people get scammed. GIF Giphy ZPW3 UAY5 IJXRKANKF6. Is there anyone else except Logan Paul? I'm reading about him a lot. I came to say fuck Logan Paul. And it doesn't matter what TF he does. He's a scumbag. And karma will catch up. The fact that litigation in the US is so easy, I'm thinking that there's more to this than we know. Otherwise there would have already been lawyers lined up against him. Another influencer doing scams. Nothing new so far. But the SEC here should really start doing its job if it is in good faith. Victims should use their brain and know that investing with influencer is a bad idea. Yes. If the SEC did their actual jobs and went after stuff like this rather than spending thousands of hours and millions of dollars running after Ripple and the likes, they might actually do some benefit and actually have people on their side. The fact they let this shit slide just shows their true motives. Almost a year 240 days, bro, what? It's very easy to not like Logan Paul. Some smart lawyer should offer it pro bono. Where do we sign up? Well, not me, since I don't just buy shit coins. The guy paid a ridiculous amount for a graded Pokemon card. Has multiple vehicles worth in the hundreds of thousands. Paid $1 million for his engagement ring and loads more, but can't pay the victims? I smell BS. What's the details of this so-called promise to pay back? Was there a timeline he provided? I don't really follow the drama, but it would be great if he's held accountable. Yes, and some street justice may also be appropriate. Can we get Ben McKenzie to go after Logan Paul? Keep them both occupied for a bit. Good luck. They have to get together while Logan Paul has good lawyers that will draw the case out, and worst comes to worst, he pays out the same amount he'd have to anyways. I wouldn't mind the money back. It's time to stop posting about him. It's boring. It's Elon Musk boring. Should be in jail. Logan Paul should return victims' money and he should be sued. He's a scumbag. Not a Logan Paul fan. But all these celebrities getting sued is ridiculous. If you're buying a coin, BC Logan Paul said so. That's the buyer's mistake. I want to sue Michael Jordan, BC. I could never dunk after buying his shoes. I'm not lawyer, but if anything Coffee did and what Logan said holds up in court, they should do that. They should have sued him the moment he scammed them. Fuck him and his promises. There was a time when the pockets of cheats were filled with stones before they throwing them in a large body of water. Maybe we should bring those days back? So sad that some people think Logan Paul has changed since the suicide filming in Japan. If you brought into this at all, you had it coming. Like, come on. Lol. Logan Paul's crypto. Sure sounds like a great investment. Rolling on the floor laughing. I mean, crypto suckers will always have someone they want to sue. We could all have a whip round. Better Call Saul. Is it too damn hard to pay his victims back? WTF. I bet some of the victims are already preparing lawsuit against Logan Paul. See, this is where SEC must be helping the victims, but instead they are in their own world rejecting ETFs and declaring every other crypto a security. So you were a sucker of what he told you. What I don't get is, how does he sleep at night? We had a bunch of news surrounding scammers finding themselves in suitcases and whatnot. What if he crossed someone who make him disappear? Surely he can't be that arrogant and think he's too big to fall, right? He wants locking up in a zoo. Even tough estimated net worth he has is $19 million and he can't refund $1.30 mil. Or trying their best to suppress BTC when that's the future of financial freedom and can solve majority of world's problems. Go to the WWE live event EZ on TV PPV and show a sign regarding the situation on live TV. I would be surprised if there isn't some clear plan by a group to sue him up Schitt's Creek. GIF Giphy Ztuzhny 1W6RR96. Yes, because the government should be doing it, but they won't. The government should be doing their job, but they are too busy blowing each other off. It's definitely time. Long overdue. He has the money to drag the lawsuit out for years probably. Such a shame. Yes. Case gets probably transmitted via live stream during prime time. If nothing else, the threat of a lawsuit would make him settle. I'd also not settle for anything less than 150 of what is owed at this point. Punish his arrogance and greed. 1.5 million isn't even a big deal for him. It's just sheer arrogance. Really. Isn't this scam somewhere within unregulated waters? Otherwise legal action would have been long taken. Regulations to protect investors are missing. So scammers are striving. And the solution is dependent on one's promise to return something. They should have already done it. Or at least SEC should have intervened after so long and no results. SEC should do a proper job, instead they have a completed different agenda. How has this guy managed to not be arrested yet? I don't get it. Like, this is not the first time he's done something like this. And yet there he is. Posting shit like nothing happened. What's going on? Someone should really do something, if not the government. He's just gonna keep preying on vulnerable people unless he's made to stop. Crypto is great, it's like the wild wild west of investing. Get scammed. I can't believe you've done this. Everybody knows it's a scam. If the SEC is unaware, they have no right auditing crypto. It's a high-profile case with lot of attention. Has all the makings of a good case, and if this takes so long or even has had no progress, shows motivated the government bodies are. Either that or like any other big crypto scam. You just fill a few pockets and then everything else of no consequence.